Hello storytellers, welcome to my home. For this module, our assignment is to focus on vocal and facial expressions and how they interact when you're telling a story. And for this particular assignment, I chose a story that I'm kind of famous for. A lot of my friends know it, and it's one of my personal favorite stories to tell. It's really kind of a performance piece along with storytelling aspects. Generally, I have three rules when I tell this story. First off, it's got to be night out, and unfortunately, it's not, but for the sake of the story, we'll just roll with it. Second off, I've got to be smoking, and unfortunately, I quit smoking, so I went out and I got myself a fake cigarette, and hopefully that'll work for this. And third off, I got to have no interruptions. Sorry, excuse me 1 minute, I just gotta grab another prop from the dresser. I gotta have no interruptions, which fortunately, since this is to a camera, I don't think that's gonna be a bit of a problem. So let's get into it. I really hope you enjoy. It might be a little long though, so if you guys just wanna just skip to the meat and potatoes and just kinda cut and paste and see what it's like at different areas of the story, that's fine. Hope you all enjoy. You know, through life, you learn a lot of things. You learn about how to be a good person, how to survive through life. You learn just about everything, and then when you've got it all, that's when you happen to die. But they don't always teach you everything. Yeah. One lesson no one taught me. One lesson I I gotta pass on to my son, just so he knows. Whatever you do in life, whatever happens, don't touch the pink gorilla. You see, when I was in high school, there was only one thing I wanted to be in life. I had an aspiration for science. I loved biology. I loved animals. I loved people. And I wanted to help. I wanted to help the animals. I wanted to help the people. I wanted to be a part of it all. The magic that happens. And it is magic. When you can give back someone their life through a little hard work. So what I decided to be, I wanted to be a geneticist. That was it for me. That was my whole life's ambition. That's what I wanted. Turns out, at the university near my home, I'm from Seattle, Washington, there was actually a genetics department in the university. And when I looked at this, I was looking it up online, and it had everything I wanted, everything I needed. It was the place to me. And so, I went to high school, and it just so happened that they were having a program, a voluntary field trip, and let's face it, if there's a field trip involved, it doesn't have to be voluntary, everyone's going to sign up for it. It was a voluntary field trip to go to the University of Washington and look at their departments. It was one of those programs that was trying to convince high school students to continue their educational progress and to show them what the University of Washington had to offer. And I looked through the program guide and I saw all sorts of things. Mathematics department, library, and right there, about 3 away from the bottom, right there on the list, was a tour of the genetics department. Oh my God. That's where I wanted to go. That's what my life is about. You better believe it. I took out my pen, signed my name off right there. Big letters, took up 3 spots, making sure no one missed. Dustin David Wanamaker. That's me. That's where I'm going. That's it. And sure enough, it was a couple of days away. And you wouldn't believe how anxious I was. I paced up and down. When is it gonna get here? Dear God. I couldn't wait. I was so pent up and full of energy. And sure enough, the day happens to come when we're going on this tour. And I zippity up. Here I am. I'm ready to go. And I got on the bus. And I sat down. And I happened to find this cute little honey next to me. How you doing? Name's Dusty. Future geneticist. Oh, really? Librarian. Alright, whatever works for you. Nice to meet you. And we're on the bus. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. And finally we get to the University of Washington. And the teacher comes up to the front of the bus. And she looks at us and says, okay, class, single file, please. Everyone file out. Thank you. Okay, Billy, Tommy, Dustin. Okay, everyone get off. Thank you. Now if you'll just follow me, we'll be on our way to start our tour. And we started the tour, and everything was amazing. Absolutely loved it. You know, there was all sorts of things for a guy like me. We went to the library, where you can get on the computer at a college campus and look at porn like a free man. Sure, it's frowned upon or whatever. You can hop on a computer, look at pictures of ducks, whatever you want. It's a whole different environment. It's not high school anymore, it's college. It was awesome. Sure enough, we go to the mathematics department, we check that out. They got all sorts of equations that are crazy long. Math was so much easier before the alphabet attack, I'm just saying. There was an abacus. I don't know who the hell still used an abacus, but it was there. After that, we go to the cafeteria, and believe it or not, they have a Burger King in the cafeteria. I couldn't say that about my high school. Sure, all you got over there is some grumpy chick behind a lunch counter who's got a cold sore in the corner of her lip, smacking mashed potatoes that have been sitting around for 3 days on a plate that probably was engineered by the lowest bidder. But sure enough, there it is. So I grab my lunch, and I go and I sit next to this girl. Kinda cute, just saying. How you doing? I'm gonna be coming here. Oh, really? It's nice to meet you. What's your name? Grathilda. I'm gonna call you Anna. No? Never mind. So I enjoy my lunch. But this whole time, I'm sitting there, when are we getting to the genetics department? That's what I came here for, that's what I'm interested in, and we're not doing it yet. I'm mad. And so, sure enough, I hear those famous words. Hello, class. Everyone here from the high school tour? Alright, we're going to have to line up right here. Our next stop on our tour is the genetics department. Yes! That's what I was here for. That's why I'm here. Sign me up. I'm front of the line. Ready to go. And sure enough, we're walking through. We get to the genetics department, and it's like opening a door into Willy Wonka's factory. Everything is amazing. I'm in the land of enchantment and wonderment. All sorts of scientists bustling around, doing great things for mankind. And sure enough, they've got all these animals in cages along the wall. There's so many different animals that have been, unfortunately, experimented on to find certain genes. I saw a five-eyed frog, a three-assed baboon. I saw all sorts of things. It was amazing. And I got so caught up in looking at these different animals that I happened to get separated from the group. I went down one hallway, I went down another. I went long ways, I went back ways, I went front ways, I went short ways. I went back and forth through time. All sorts of different directions. Until finally, I came to an area that had a wall over here, a wall over here, and then at the very end, there was simply another cage. And inside the cage, at the very, very back, huddled down into a corner, all curled up, was a fluffy pink ball. And all around his cage there were signs. And all these signs said the same thing. They all said, "Don't touch the pink gorilla." Okay. So I walk up, and sure enough, as my footfalls hit the cement floor, this gorilla pokes his head up, looks at me, gets up, goes right up to the bars of the cage, and he's looking at me. And he's really interested in me. He's studying me as much as I'm studying him. And he's moving around. And he's smiling at me, giving me this big monkey smile. And everything I do, he does. I scratch my eye, he scratches his eye. I scratch my armpit, he picks his ass. It's awesome. We're having fun. Everything is great. And he keeps coming up to the bars of the cage. And he keeps sticking his fingers through the bars of the cage, begging me, enticing me, wanting me to shake his hand, to touch his hand. And so far we've had this interaction. This guy is awesome. He's amazing. He's fun. He's smiling. He's happy. I want to have a beer with this guy. You know, just to see what he's like. What's your story, monkey man? Whatever, fun. And so, I figured, what's the harm? What could really be the big problem? And so, I learned that was a mistake. Pretty fast. If there's any lesson you need to take away in life, something that when you have children, whatever happens in life, what you need to tell them is, don't touch the pink gorilla. Because I figured, what's the harm? And I reached out and I gave him the most delicate little touch. And the second our skins made contact, the pink gorilla started losing his mind, getting the snarl on his face. He starts throwing the straw up in the air, freaking out. What do I do? What do I do? I got it. I'll just leave. Okay, he's in his cage. He's there. I'm outside the cage. What's he gonna do? I'm just going to leave now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice time. And just as I'm leaving, I happen to look over my shoulder and I see this animal. He bent the bars of the cage, and I freak out. I start running, and I hear him behind me, running at me. I go front ways, I go back ways, I go long ways, I go short ways, I go back and forth through time. I make like the AOL man, and I just keep going. I go through the cafeteria, I go through the library, I go through the mathematics department, I go out the doors, and I hit the bus. And there, of course, is the teacher. Hello? Will everyone take their seats, please? Thank Thank you. I hope everyone had a terrific time. Now, we're going to be back to school. Fine! Get me out of here! Alright. Does everyone have their buddy? This is my buddy. I got him. Alright, great. Thank you. Start the bus. So anyway, the bus starts going. I look out the window, and just as we're pulling away, I see the pink gorilla burst out of the glass doors of the university, and there he is, looking at me. Oh God, what do I do? What do I do? Obviously, it's a university who deals with animals. I'm sure they've got some sort of protocol. They probably had situations like this before. They know how to deal with it. I'm fine. Just relax. Whew. That was crazy. That was downright insane. I've learned a lot of things in my life, but there's one thing I've learned, and I'll never do again. I don't care how long I've lived for. What I'll never do again, I'll never touch the pink gorilla. So, I'm sitting on the bus, enjoying my time, looking out the window. I look out there. You're kind of cute. My name's Dusty. Nice to meet you. Yeah? You're not into guys. Alright. Well, let's just enjoy our company. Look out the window there. Okay. That building over there, tallest building in Seattle. That over there, that's a car I wish to own. Yeah, it's a 95 POS. Well, anything with 4 wheels and a radio, right? What's that over there? Oh, well that's just a pink gorilla. He was right there, about 2 cars behind us, and gaining momentum as fast as he could. He's zipping down the freeway, chasing after the bus, generally with a look of murder in his eyes, looking at me. I tell the bus driver, you gotta hurry up, man, you gotta hurry up. Why, what's the problem? Oh, that's just a pink gorilla. Yeah, and it wants to kill me. Alright, we'll hurry up just for you. He increases the speed of the bus from 50 to 60, and we're going down the freeway. Finally, we get off the freeway onto 352nd Street. After we get onto 352nd Street, we get to 55th Avenue South. We turn down Military Road, and then we finally get to my house. The bus drops me off. Hey, thank you. Hope you solved your problems with the pink monkey. Pink gorilla! Yeah, okay, whatever. I get into my house. I start turning on the news. Well, latest update in the field of economics today. No, not that news. Today in agriculture. No, not that news. There happens to be another arrest record. Not that news.